What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Jay Cabria. I go by Lipstick Junkie here on YouTube. If you're new, what's up, girl? I hope you go ahead, you like, comment, and subscribe. It don't cost you a thing. If you're a returning OG subscriber, I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. I fuck with y'all the long way. And we're here with a very different type of video. So let's just get right into it. Hey y'all. Okay, so this video has been very prolonged. I hope you guys can hear me. My neighbors are playing music so loudly. I filmed this video, but I was so nervous. I was stumbling over words. I was just too worried about, I think, what other people will say or how I say things. And honestly, if this is a video about my truth, about my personal experience, why do I care? So I just had to get back on here. I had to realign myself, get my energy right, and then bring it back one time. And I also just want to give a disclaimer that this is just my truth. I had to remember that my story has to be told, and a lot of times I find myself getting lost in the sauce because I am trying so hard to spare everybody else when nobody ever spares me. And I'm not saying that this video is going to be an attack video or anything of that nature, but I'm just simply saying I'm ready to share my truth. I'm ready to share my story. I get told all the time from people who know me personally that I should really speak more and be more vocal about my trials and tribulations, because not only have they helped them, but they could aspire to help others. And I have to remember that because I do forget that often. So I'm not even really sure where to start. This will not be a detailed video. I don't care to tell any of his business. I don't care to bash him, even though I have no relationship with him at all. I will never tarnish his name, his character. So yeah, that's not this type of video. Your girl just gonna speak her truth, her experience, and just some things that I went through. So I knew for a very long time that our marriage was in trouble. I want to say from the start, it started off wrong. One, because we did not have God in our marriage. And one of my non-negotiables that I negotiated, which we will talk about later, was that we had to get canceled by my pastor. And that was like a really, really big thing to me. And because he was in the military, he could not get leave, and there was just so many other things that went into it. So we never did get that counseling. And to me, it just started off bad. It started off wrong completely from the get-go, because God was not in our marriage. God was in me, but he did not have the same I guess drive, because I don't want to say belief, but he didn't have the same thing in him. So from the start, I don't want to say it was doomed, but without God, we have nothing. And that's just how I feel. If you're new, I am a religious and spiritual person. So yeah, that's just how I feel. I really hope y'all can't hear this music, because I'm gonna be pissed, because this is my second time filming this. And the first time I said I'm not filming this again, and here I am filming this shit again. Y'all can see me. I'm not doing this video over. So this, you just gonna get what you get with this one, because I'm not doing it over. Ain't gonna be no fancy editing, baby. We just raw, real, and transparent. The only thing I'm editing out is me slurping down this water, because y'all know I get thirsty quick, and I got the big jug right here waiting. So the only thing I'm editing out is that. That's it. But anyway, so that was just the first thing. Second, I said he was in the military, so he was arrested literally. I can't remember if it was the day before or like a couple of days before or something like that, before we actually were to get married. And I remember now I can laugh at all of it, because I'm over it at this point. It is what it is. But looking back on it, I honestly think that was a sign from God. And I remember saying to myself, and I kept saying, like, God, like, is this a sign? Am I not supposed to be getting married? Like, is this what you're telling me? Like, because I'm really big on like confirmations and signs and things of that nature. So that was number two, because that was a really big thing. And I definitely take accountability for my part, and a lot of my part was ignoring and making excuses for the red flags. Never ignore, never make excuses for other people. Like, you just can't. And I'm trying to see, because I had oh no, okay, so I have a quote, or not even a quote, but a post that I wanted to talk about, but it's actually pertaining to something later on that I'm gonna talk about in my video. So yeah, there were just a lot of red flags, a lot of things that were negotiated that I said I was not negotiating on. And looking back on it, I did that a lot. I negotiated on damn near all of my non-negotiables, which is like one of the number one no-nos. And I did do that, and it is what it is. I know I got married for the right reasons. I got married because I was in love with the person I was marrying. I was obsessed, hell, to the person I was marrying. And I don't know, I don't want to say like, because a lot of people, well, we are so young. Why did you want to get married? Let me just say this. I don't want to say like I went through like a whole phase, but I definitely went through a few phases where I did whatever I wanted to do. I've pretty much had all different type of guys, and I just felt like it wasn't anything out there for me. Like, I mean, it probably was, of course, but in my head, me thinking as 22-year-old Jay, I'm just thinking like, this is my person. We've been together for so long. You know, our families is like this. Like, let's just do this. Like, I love this man. Let's just make it work. I just want to be with him the rest of my life. That was why I got married. Looking back on it, that was completely wrong, and I'm gonna tell y'all why later. So moving forward, I'm gonna say around, now it was just little things here and there that I picked up from the time we were married up until we got married 2017. So by 2018, it was some things I definitely picked up. I definitely saw a lot of things I did not like. But I was a college student. Like I said, college was just my main focus. When 2018 hit, I knew that was the year I was graduating. Fall 2018, I graduated, and that was my main focus. I knew my marriage was declining. I knew it. I felt it. I sensed it. Like, I knew it. So to me, I'm gonna be just as honest as possible. I'm not gonna say I didn't care, but it just was not my priority. School came first. It was blood, sweat, and tears for me to get to that school, which I want to talk about, I think, in another video. But my main focus was school. Like, I could sense it. I could tell. I would ask him, like, you know, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Da da da. We were in this whole long distance relationship that turned into a long distance marriage, which was just terrible in itself. Like, looking back on everything, I'm just like, girl, who were you? Because you wasn't you, and that's okay. But moving forward, that should have never happened again. But I school was just my main focus, and what I'm going to do after I leave. I had a whole apartment I had to pack up. It was just so many things I was not, I mean, that I was worried on and focused on, that I could not think about this damn marriage. Like, I just couldn't. Like, I prayed on it. I prayed over it. I was in therapy, and I talked to my therapist about it. We talked about a lot of different things that could be wrong and stuff like that. But I just knew I was going to be transitioning to move to Atlanta as well, so we could work on it then. That was just kind of how I was feeling. Like, we'll just work on it when I'm there. Right now, it's just gonna go on the back burner. Not that I was done, but I knew that he changed. He changed so much. when we got married. He was just a completely different person. And yeah, you grow. You definitely grow. You definitely should be growing and should be evolving in your relationships and individually. However, his growth was not positive, if that makes sense. So I knew 2018 we were pretty much done. Well, not done, but I was pretty much over it, I guess you can say, when he told me that my only graduation gift was him moving my shit. That was all I got. Not a flower, not a balloon, nothing. But a moving truck. That was it. That was all. So then that's when I could say like things started to change. My feelings started to change. I just started to look at everything differently and in a different light. And we were officially separated the day after my birthday last year, which was January 9th. My birthday is January 8th. And that's when I moved out. I literally came back and got all my stuff that same week, because I think my birthday was on like a Tuesday last year. Yeah, it's on a Tuesday because it was on a Wednesday this year. But I believe. But anyway, I knew it. I knew it. Like, it's crazy because, you know, you have these just gut feelings that you can't, well, I know I do. I just have these gut feelings that I can never explain. But it's like I be knowing at the same time. And everybody be wanting to call me crazy. But I be like, no, I know something going on. Or I know this is bothering me, but I can't tell you why. But, and I would tell other people that too. Like, it's been several times where I would tell him, like, I know something going on. Like, you're not saying it, but obviously it's a problem somewhere. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it. So fast forward, let's see, last year, he just, you know, told me he didn't want to be married anymore. He didn't want to be married anymore. That we should not have gotten married. And looking back on it, I honestly do agree. I definitely agree that we shouldn't have gotten married, because now we have discussed this part. He was just so much better to me as a boyfriend than he was as a husband. And that was just crazy to me. But it was the truth. It was the truth. And it was like more and more time went on, the more it was like just blatant. Like, it was just obvious. And you know, people grow together and some people grow apart. And we were just really growing apart. He was battling demons, and I was there as much as I could be as a wife. I've never talked about my personal, I guess, demons or battles that I fought, but I have dealt with severe depression. I have had 2014 was just a really tough year for me, and I was extremely depressed the entire year. So I know exactly what it's like to be in that state. But for me personally, I could never allow somebody to drag me back to that. And I feel like that's what was trying to go on, whether it was intentional or unintentionally. But I'm always going to be there for my loved ones, but I'm not going to sail this storm with you. I'm not. I'm not going to, you know, you're not going to cloud my head, or be like, you know, rain on my parade, or be like a Debbie Downer with me every day. You're just not. And I don't care who that is, sister, brother, cousin, husband, child, whoever, because I have been there where it was nobody but me and God, okay, getting this together. Okay, getting this together. And life humbled me at a very early age. It did. And I get it. Everybody's not like that. But I just felt like too many times he was trying to drag me down with him. And it just became more and more obvious with just different things. And if you're not gonna get the help that you need or be the person that you need to be for you, there's absolutely nothing you can do for me. And yeah, that's just where I was at with it most of the year. 2019 was a very hectic year. I would honestly say like these last 5 to 7 years have just been hell, just been pure hell. And it was just really time for me to take back control of my life. And I lost that control a long time ago. And it definitely disappeared when I got married. I spent all last year crying my eyes out. Like, bawling my eyes out, crying my eyes out, being confused, not knowing what to do. Like, it was just a mess. It was a mess. And I went through so much. I was going through my own insecurities with all the weight gain. I have talked about that a little bit, and I actually had a video that I kind of touched bases on some of the stuff I was going through last year. I don't know what month that was, but I'll link the video in the description box below, and I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And I just completely lost myself, and it's crazy just looking back on everything. Like, I mean, yeah, it happens, but it's just really crazy. Like, all of that really did happen. And yeah, so I'm trying to think, like, looking back on everything. Okay, really quick, let me just clarify what I mean by that before y'all misconstrued and just completely, just mess that up. So what I mean is, yes, marriages go through things. Yes, you have your ups and downs. Yes, it's for richer, for better, for worse, for better, whatever. Yes, that's absolutely true. You can go through hell and high waters. You're going to go through trials and tribulations. Yes, that is completely normal. However, dragging people through the mud just because you don't feel good about yourself, or trying to reflect on others what you feel of yourself, is never okay. Whether it's a marriage, relationship, friendship, whatever, that's never okay. People should never have to bear your problems or feel exactly how you feel just because you're going through things. Like, I've been at my absolute lowest, and I never put my energy or my insecurities or my sadness on others. If anything, I was appreciative that they were there for me, but I still did that work myself. That's simply what I mean by that. So yeah, I kind of just tried to do like a what happened up until now type of little overview. So that was really it. I tried to file twice last year. I want to say one time was like in May, maybe like May or something like that, or June. And then the second time was like either August or like September or something like that. And I took it back both times. Now, I remember my main thing was I just did not want to bring this into 2020. I just did not. Like, I did not want, because we had already been like off and on for a decade. So it was like I was trying to start start a new decade fresh. And that was just like really big to me. I'm a Capricorn, like, so like fresh starts and like organization, that type of stuff is just my thing. So I was like really, really big on that. And that's why I was really, really pushing for it, because I'm like, no, nigga, I need to start this new year without you, okay? This new decade without you. But it just didn't happen like that. We ended up reconciling. We reconciled a million times. I mean, it happens. Like, I don't know. You don't like him one day, the next day you head over heels. So it was just kind of like that. And I want to say around maybe like October-ish last year was when I called it off completely, because, you know, he asked me to, or he swayed me, but no, let me not. But he just, I don't know, started to not really come around. I can honestly say one thing that he did for sure was this. That's all last year was. Sweetie, I heard it all, okay? He was gonna bring me Mars, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter. He was gonna take me to the Bermuda Triangle and everything. Just that was all it was just talk. And I now identify that as just talk. And it's funny because now that I'm thinking about that situation, I do remember him saying something in the sense of like he's not trying to fight because it's the holidays or something like that. And to keep it a buck, I really felt like he just wanted to still be together because he didn't want to be single. Because Thanksgiving was coming up, his birthday was coming up, Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, Valentine's Day. It was so many things. Like we literally had a special occasion every single month. And I honestly just felt like that was really what that was about. He just did not want to be alone. Because shortly after that was when I want to say things didn't really go left, but it was just I was just over it kind of at that point. I couldn't be honest. Like around my birthday, I was just kind of like whatever. Like at this point, I feel like I was just kind of more so just waiting for him to kind of mess up. And don't do that if you're, you know, in my situation. But it was just kind of like a one more chance type of thing. Like I said, he did ask for it, and so yeah, I gave him one more chance. And it was just so many things that went wrong. And yeah, so I filed around like the beginning of quarantine, and it is official. We are finally done. I will say this: never negotiate your non-negotiables, ladies. Like if it's just certain things you are not doing, you refuse to do not let a man sway you to settle or accept certain things that you normally would not accept or settle for. um that was definitely my problem. I know I negotiated damn near every non-negotiable that I ever had, and it should never be that way. um Moving forward, it's crazy because I remember around this time last year I was so embarrassed at the fact that just even like the sound of it, like, oh yeah, I'm 25 and divorced. I was just like, oh my god. Well, I was 24 at the time, but I remember I was just thinking like, oh my god, like that just sounds terrible. Like that I just even the thought of it or just the sound, it's like I felt shamed or like I felt embarrassed or like I didn't want nobody to know. My best friends didn't even know. Really, nobody knew. Cause yeah, we separated right after my birthday last year. Nobody really even knew until like March. So from like January to March, I was just kind of, well, my mom definitely knew, but from like January to March, I was just kind of winging it. Not really talking about it, not really dealing with it. I was just kind of crying on it, just bawling my eyes out. That was really like the only thing I was doing. So I'm trying to think too. Yeah, I told them like in March. And you guys even have noticed, like, I've had y'all reach out to me, like, hope everything's good, da da da. And we've talked. Some of my subscribers, some of y'all know, especially my OG subscribers, y'all have been messaging me and talking to me. And I have shared with some of y'all, like, girl, I'm out. Like, it ain't official, but just know I'm out. And y'all have been nothing but encouraging and just so uplifting. And I really do appreciate that. Like, I do. I mean, some of y'all have really been following me since 2015. And y'all have literally, like, become a part of me. And I really do appreciate y'all so much. So, yeah, I did want to say that. But, yeah, so it's like, it's been kind of a long time coming. Yeah, I just couldn't talk about it. I didn't care to talk about it. um but now I don't know if I'm like over it. I don't know, like I've healed, like I guess that would be the proper term. I've definitely healed from it. I have since moved on. I'm moving on with life. I have so many great things coming. Moving forward, I will say that red flags are super important to me. What you talk about and what you do have to align as well. That was one of my main things. Just somebody who's just attentive, just obsessed with me, like how I am with them, love me how I love them, and God fearing for sure. Like I definitely do not want to be in a situation again where I am telling a man how to love me, one, and two, where I guess like my life partner has no type of like faith, I guess you could say, or like structure when it comes to that, or like spirituality, just nothing. I can't do that. Because you know what's just so crazy to me, it's like these men be wanting to lead so bad and they don't even know where they going, and it's just like, nigga, you ain't about to lead me to hell, okay? You just not. You're not. Like, because if you don't know where you're going, how you know you're not going to hell? I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not. So, that's just another thing for me, too. People don't know where they're going. People lie a lot. You know, they will act like they're a certain way, and then it's like when they get you, it just flip. Like, they just become this whole different person. People get comfortable. And people lose themselves, and that happens. But I think when you don't think for yourself or have a lot of substance, I think that's when it gets confusing. And I think, you know, he just had to really find himself and figure out who he is, not only as a person but as a man. And because it's like, if you don't know yourself, you ain't gonna never know me. And yeah, I was going somewhere with that, but I can't remember to keep it a book. So yeah, not really sure I was going with that. I had something I was about to say, but it lost my, I lost it up there because it's just so much going on at one time. I have like 85 tabs open. But I didn't want this video to be too long. So that's why I'm like, was there something else I wanted to say that was really important? Because I'm sitting here trying to think, and this was such a random video. I didn't have like, I hope I can't think of, if I think of anything else really good to say, or like lessons or anything like that, I'm definitely going to put it below. But I definitely do want to do like follow-up videos. I don't want to make divorce like a thing on my channel because that's not something that I really want to give a lot of energy to. However, I do feel as though it's important to talk about life after. I think it's important to talk about how to move on, and that it's okay to move on too. Like, I don't know why women, we get like guilt tripped or like ridiculed so much for moving on and moving out of toxic, bad relationships. I would never understand that. I will say this though, this situation has been such an eye-opener because of the simple fact that I don't know how women stay in bad situations. Like, I just don't know. Like I said, as far as I know, mine was just mainly disrespect. He did not respect me as a woman, and if he didn't respect me as a woman, camera stop recording. But yeah, like I was saying, he didn't respect me as a woman, and if he didn't respect me as a woman, you damn sure can respect me as a wife. So that was like the most that I dealt with, just disrespect and just lies, I guess you could say. So like women who deal with like infidelity or like taking a man back after he had a baby on her, I don't know how y'all do it. I do not know how y'all do it, because me, I have to live my life. I'm only 25, okay? Like, I gotta live, honey. And even if I was, you know, 35, 45, 55, then leave, okay? I'm out. Like, peace out, peace out, peace out. Like, I can't do it. So I will say this, if you have left a situation, I'm very, very proud of you, because I know that is super hard. If you're currently staying and you want to leave, I'll just say this: the longer you stay, the worse it's going to be. The quicker you leave, the better it will be. Like, just to keep it a buck. Like, because I feel like if I stay any longer, I just would be in a very, very dark place. And where I'm at now, even though I am dealing with a lot of personal issues, I'm so much happier. Oh my goodness. Like, when someone's absence brings you more peace than anything, it was never a loss. And that's something that I always remember when I cut ties with people, whether it's romantic relationships, friendships, business ships, whatever you want to call it. I never feel that bad once I remember the grass always gonna be greener wherever the hell I'm standing. So we just gonna keep that a buck. So yeah, you just have to remember your self-worth. And for me personally, my mama ain't raised no weak woman. So if it's anything I learned from my mama, it was to move on. Never stay where you're not welcomed. Never let a man tell you or show you that he don't love you twice. And I know she got that from Steve Harvey, but my mama used to tell me that all the time when I was younger. And I always remembered that. So yeah, you have to know your self-worth. You have to love yourself enough to move on. I can happily say I have no ties. Just we did not have any kids or any pets or anything of that nature. So I'm very, very happy about that. I'm not even gonna hold you. Because it definitely made this process much, much easier. So yeah, I'm not really sure if I really had anything else to touch bases on. But moving forward, I choose me. I'm going to always choose me. I lost my relationship with God a lot, and I have been working on that a lot. I have been working on that daily, my relationship, and strengthening myself, not only just physically. For those who watch my vlogs, y'all know I just recently started working out seriously. But yeah, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, financially. I'm just leveling up, and I have so many great things coming, and I am super duper excited. Like I said, I did not want to keep prolonging this video, I feel like, so that was the main purpose. I just want to get it done. Y'all have been asking questions, people been sending me eyes to like my social media posts, but y'all know whether I got a man or not, I'm gonna talk my shit. Okay, it's always gonna be these niggas. Okay, so y'all know that whether I'm in a happy relationship, marriage, whatever or not, like all of them except mine. Okay, but yeah, y'all definitely been peeped, so I felt like it was just time for me to talk about it. A lot of my family and friends still don't even know. This is how some of my family and friends are gonna find out, so surprise. It's just not something you care to talk about, like, especially when you've been dealing with this for so long. Like, I know I had a friend, we talked for the first time, I want to say maybe this was probably like around Juneteenth. Yeah, it was Juneteenth for sure. It was Juneteenth. And I remember I was just telling her everything that was going on, and she was just like, are you okay? Because I guess she kept thinking like I was trying to, I'm not sure what it's called, but like save face. I'm not sure if it has another name. And like I was really like hurting bad, but like smiling and laughing with her. And when I just gave her like a little history, like, girl, it's been going on for damn near 2 years. And she was just like, oh, okay. But you know, women, we leave mentally way before we ever leave physically. So mentally, I feel like I checked out a very long time ago. And I remember it was this time when he told me, when I asked him, you know, if he loved me, and he just couldn't answer. And I feel like that was that same day that my love just started to trickle away. Like I said, I'm not the type of person, once you just say and do too many things to me, it's just a wrap. Like, you're just on my bad side. And no one is exempt from that. I just lost myself for a minute, but she's slowly but surely coming back. I'm super happy with this woman I'm becoming, and yeah, I just can't wait to do great things. Oh, I'm not even sure if I mentioned, I'm just gonna insert this somewhere, but I knew I was filing because I just felt it in my heart one day. you know, he was just up to the same old, just not want to be a husband. And I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm really glad we went through what we went through, and it was not anything worse than that. Like, we didn't have domestic issues or like cheating issues or anything of that nature that I know of. So to me, I would have rather have left this way than any other way, because it was hard, like being in divorce court and like hearing other people's stories and how, you know, they couldn't get along and the kids were involved and properties. That was a lot. I'm not even gonna hold you, that was a whole lot. I'm really glad we didn't have to go through all of that, because that just, yeah, that was just a little bit too much. But I remember one day, earlier this year, I filed. I just was sick and tired, and I remember I was about to go to church, and this was right when Corona hit, and y'all just started bawling. Like, I just started boo-hoo crying, and I remember I told him, I was just like, we're getting divorced. Like, we're gonna go ahead and get divorced. Like, he just did not respect me as a woman, and it's like, you're not about to keep playing in my face, nigga. Like, I had to really remember who I was. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. It was like I was looking in the mirror for the first time in the last like 3-4 years, and I just kind of was like on some, like, girl, what? Like, you better boss up. Like, this ain't you. Like, it was like this whole little like thing I like kind of went through, but that's how it happened. So yeah, like I said, I would be interested into doing some more follow-up videos, maybe like Q&A videos, because this has taught me a lot. I really did learn a whole lot. My eyes are just cocked open. I feel like I have a third eye now after going through that. And it's so funny because I've always been like the relationship type, or people like come to me with their relationship advice, and I feel like me going through this divorce has really given me just nothing but more experience, whether it's good or bad. But I am very grateful and very, very thankful where I'm at now. Like I said, I have been going through a lot of personal things. I mean, I guess we are. It is 2020. But like I said, you guys, I have been going through it like the last 5 to 7 years, which I'm going to touch on at a later date. But I'm really happy, and I'm happy that I chose me, and I'm going to continue to choose me moving forward, and never lose sight of God and his plan for me. And yeah, I'm just in a really happy place right now, in a really happy space. If you guys did not know, I do have an eyelash business. I am wearing Girl Boo from the Slay Society, so be sure to shop. I'll see y'all in my next video, and I guess you guys can just leave me like video suggestions or maybe questions. Maybe I'll do like a Q&A. I've never done a Q&A on my video. For me, I've been on YouTube 5 years. I've never done one. So or a real one. Like, yeah, I don't think well, I haven't done one in a long time, if I did. But you guys can leave me questions. I might film a Q&A video, or you guys can leave me topics. Depending on the responses will depend on what type of video that I do. So I'm sending love and light. And I will say this too. One of the things, before I go, one of the things that got me through this time was this right here. This is an Arabic tattoo that I got when I was in high school, and it says, "Be at peace, not in pieces." And I always have that in my bio as well. And I used to have it in my Twitter bio too, but I always remember that. So you guys, if you're going through what I'm going through, or going through any hardships, just remember to be at peace and not at pieces, or not in pieces. How could I mess up the quote? But y'all know what I mean. I'll see y'all in my next video. I love y'all. Bye.